Peace, family. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. As a part of my Canuary, I always make it a practice to try the things that I've already canned to make sure that I like the recipes and the methods, the way the food turned out. As you can see, this is my first time cooking with my canned butternut squash, but I am cooking a recipe that we have eaten often with our butternut squash that had just been sitting in the pantry. So these are my canned black beans and butternut squash. I'm going to go ahead and drain them and then put them all together to create this recipe. I actually found this recipe in one of the magazines that I got from the Dollar Tree of vegan cooking meals. And since the first time I tried it, we have loved it. You put like diced tomatoes, some chili powder, mix it all up, add some onions. That's pretty much it. So this is how it's looking so far. I will say butternut squash is very soft if you can it. So I think it's good for only like a filling type food. I use these tortillas that we get from District Market. That's the black-owned grocery store by my house. Just to wrap everything up, put some of the sauce on top, and add some of the vegan cheese that we get from Azure Standard, and it's pretty good. Peace, family. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. We're canning. It's happening. We're starting with potatoes. I will show you guys. Oh, my recipe is right here. I'm turning around and around and around. Here's my recipe. I printed this out from the National Center for Home Food Preservation. The only thing I'm doing different is that I'm not boiling mine for 2 minutes before canning them up. I'm just gonna put the potatoes in there. They're soaking in a little bit of vinegar water right now so they don't turn colors. I'm going to put them directly in the jars. I'm going to pour boiling water on them in hot jars. And I'm doing quarts. So I'm going to do 11 pounds for 40 minutes. Yeah. That's because I have a dial gauge canner. And this is my weight. If you don't have a canner yet, you do have the option to get the weights. Oh, I can also get the weights. You can get like 5-pound weights, 15-pound weights, 10-pound weights. If I had a 10-pound weight, I can do 10 pounds. That depends on your altitude. So just look up your altitude and that'll tell you what pounds of pressure. So mine is normally 11 because I have to get to 11 pounds of pressure on my own with my canner. So I'll show you guys when we get these all jarred up. The recipe is pretty simple. I do my canning right now pretty plain so that I can just pour them out and use them for whatever. So I did test the potato. This isn't even really a recipe. Just canning potatoes and using them as French fries or like potato wedges. We love that. Today we are cubing them because we're going to use them for like, you know, country style potatoes, baked, roasted potatoes, or sometimes I do like potato, egg, and cheese tacos in the morning or something like that. And so we'll be able to use these for those. And I'm excited. And then we're going to do some more French fry ones, but not today. So in my canner, it's just going to be the potatoes cut up. It's going to be hot boiling water, 1 inch of headspace, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I did see somebody can some herb potatoes the other day, and I think I'm going to try that next. So I'll bring you guys along with me, or I'll at least let you guys know what's different about that. So let me keep going. We're almost done cutting stuff up. Peace. Okay, so we have hot jars in our canner. There's 3 quarts of water in the canner with a little bit of vinegar in them. In it. And then in my jars is water just so that they can sit comfortably in there. I've got water coming up to a boil. When this gets to a really good rolling boil, then we're gonna go ahead and start. I've got all my clean stuff. This, you can use a kitchen towel. I'm using this dress because it's old and I don't want it. So I got my clean lids and everything. And then I have my potatoes. And we're ready. Okay, family, so we're getting started. I have hot jars to fill. I'm going to fill them with the potatoes and then pour boiling hot water over them and add my salt in. One thing I did want to note, if you use this recipe from the National Center for Home Preservation, it says 20 pounds of potatoes will do 1 canner full, and that is way too many potatoes. Trust me, that's how many I cut last time, and some of them ended up going into the freezer. 10 pounds is enough to fill these 7 quarts, and that's what's going to work for us. So I'm going to do 1 round, and I've been trying to be intentional about teaching my kids alongside with me growing the food and preserving the food. So I'm starting with my teenager for the canning. So I am going to do the first round, and then she is going to come and do the second round under my supervision. recorded. One of our jars busted. We'll put it in there. So we must be taking too long. We can't let nothing cool down. It gotta be hot, 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 hot. Okay, family, we got a full canner. Our heat is on, and we're gonna put the top on. Make sure you line up your arrows. Alright. Now, my heat is here. Okay. I'm going to turn it up a little by little. That's what's worked for me to bring it, like, to start slowly taking the pressure out. We're going to have the smoke coming out of here, or the steam coming out of here, for 10 minutes. And this is going to pop up. And I'm showing you guys this a little bit better in a different video. And then we're going to use our weight and cover it up and get it up to pressure. So we'll come back when we're ready for that. I don't even know if y'all can see this steam right now, but there's steam coming out. And so I'm going to start my timer. I don't know the best angle to give it to y'all, but I'm going to start my timer, and I'm going to show you my temp again because it's a little higher than it was before. I did turn it up to get it to steam well, but it's still not on fully high. Boop. So that popped up right, or almost right before my timer goes off. 27 seconds. And when that goes off, I'm going to put my weight on. Okay, y'all, so we are getting there, almost to 11 pounds of pressure. And I'm going to show you guys where my heat is. It's now on high. And I prefer to try to build my pressure slowly, so that way it's not as hard to control it once it gets to 11 pounds of pressure. So as soon as it hits 11 pounds, I'm going to turn my timer on for 40 minutes. And I kind of have to sit near it and make sure that it doesn't go below 11 pounds, or else you have to stop the time and then you will start it again once you get it back to 11 pounds. And you also want to make sure that it doesn't go too far. Like towards the 15, there's a 20, there's a caution, but also I'll show you guys so you can see there's like 15. I'm about to start my timer. See, we're at 11, and then I can turn it down slightly so it doesn't go too far up. But I want to show you guys this thing. It'll pop out if your pressure goes too far. There goes my timer. So all I'm gonna do is cut my oven off. That's it. I'm not going to remove the weight. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm actually going to walk away and try to forget about it. Come back and check later. My pressure is going to have to go all the way down to 0. And this is going to have to fall down on its own before I remove that. Okay, so I'm at 0 right now, but this hasn't fallen, so I'm going to wait until this falls. And then I will take my weight off and put my timer on for 5 minutes. Then I'll take the top off and take them off. Okay, family, so they're all done. Thank you guys so much for watching, for learning alongside me and my little one that's the same size as me. I hope you guys are doing well and getting some stuff canned in your kitchens. See you soon. Peace.